What's up guys, my name's Brandon, and with the release of every new iPhone every single year, there's always people looking for something wrong with the new iPhones. They're going to come up with any and everything, and this year was no different. And just one of the few gates this year was BeautyGate, and it was all about the basically beauty filter on the front-facing camera. So for instance, if you went to the front-facing camera and went to the portrait mode, and if you took a picture, you would basically get a smoothing effect on your skin. It wouldn't look as natural as it did before. And if we take a look at the picture that I just took while recording this video, you can see that there's kind of a smoothing effect on the skin. My skin seems to look a little bit more smooth than it actually is on the picture here. And after using the iPhone XS Max as my daily driver and taking many selfies, I will admit that there does seem to be some touching up going on, but it's nothing major at all, and I don't feel like anybody would have noticed this if it didn't get blown up by the media. And now, since this was a big deal to some, Apple has addressed this issue in iOS 12.1, which should be out to the public very soon. So in this video, I want to do a comparison here between the iPhone XS Max and the iPhone XS, which both have the same front-facing camera, but the iPhone XS Max is on 12.0.1 and the iPhone XS here is on iOS 12.1 Beta 5 with the fix intact. And I'm going to run that comparison between the two right after I tell you what was actually causing the issue in the first place. So basically, Apple confirmed to The Verge that this issue was addressed in iOS 12.1, and apparently the issue had to do with Smart HDR and a bug in Smart HDR, which of course is a software-based feature. So Smart HDR was choosing the wrong base frame for HDR processing when you took a selfie, and instead of actually choosing a frame with a short shutter speed, it chose a frame with a long shutter speed as the base frame. And also, the front-facing camera does not have optical image stabilization, so it took blurrier shots at the same shutter speed as the rear-facing camera, which of course does have OIS. And the result of this is a loss of detail, and it does also look like smoothing has been done on the front-facing camera, especially on skin. But now in iOS 12.1, Smart HDR is going to pick the sharpest base frame when taking selfies, which will of course result in sharper images and less of a beauty filter. So like I said, I wanted to run a comparison between iOS 12.1 and 12.0.1 right here on the iPhone XS and XS Max, of course, with the exact same front-facing camera. We're going to be taking them from the exact same angle. So let's go ahead and open up the camera here on both. Let's go to portrait, front-facing, and let's just take a picture real quick right here. You guys saw us at the exact same lighting. If we take a look here, you can already see a difference between the XS Max and the XS. Of course, the only difference here is the software. So excuse the mic at the top, but if we go ahead and zoom in on my face here, not the most attractive looking face there, but you can actually see a blur on the iPhone XS Max here on 12.0.1, which goes hand in hand with the report from The Verge that Apple claimed was causing the problem. It would take blurry images and use that as the base frame. And you can also see more of a beauty-like filter right there. It looks like my skin is a lot smoother than it is, but over here on the iPhone XS, you can see that there's more of, you can actually see like pores in my skin almost. You can kind of see bumps instead of just blur. It's just like my skin is super smooth. So let's go out of here and let's take one not in portrait mode. Let's just take a normal selfie here. So we're gonna do the same exact thing. I'm gonna smile for this one. Looks just like such a forced smile, but let's go ahead and take a look at this image here. And you can see here, it's the exact same thing. So we have a smoothing effect here on 12.0.1, and you can see more of like my pores and a lot more detail, a lot more sharpness here in 12.1 beta. And again, this is definitely a noticeable difference. So this is actually really interesting that this was in fact a software-based feature. It was Smart HDR was the culprit for this. So it looks like it has been fixed here in 12.1. I can confirm that here. This is the very first test. This is the first time I've run this test also. So very interesting results here. And I will also have some other pictures on the screen as well, some comparisons. You're seeing them right now, comparing 12.0.1 to 12.1. And again, the underlying issue was Smart HDR. Basically, it chose the wrong base frame, but now it will choose the correct base frame, a higher quality, less blurry image as the base frame for Smart HDR. And if you don't know how the whole Smart HDR feature works, I will have a link down below where it does get explained. But anyways, I just wanted to give you guys a quick video letting you know that BeautyGate has officially been fixed or addressed. Again, it was never a big deal in the first place, at least not to me, but it is cool to see Apple addressing this so quickly. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. I'm really interested to see your thoughts on this feature being addressed in 12.1. But anyways, guys, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you soon.